Hi there, I'm Heather. Thanks so much for joining me for this Yin Yoga practice. A wonderful practice to do any time of day, but especially to help you wind down in the evening before bed. So it's about a 45-minute practice tonight. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up to standing. So if you want to join me, and we'll do a bit of warm up for all the different areas of our body as we stand here. And we'll work from the top down. So just come into your posture and start to notice how you can stand up a little bit taller, a little bit more open in your chest, letting your shoulders relax. And we'll start to roll the head from side to side. So half circle for this movement. And as we start to move, we'll also incorporate conscious breathing. On your next breath in, we'll slowly move the head to one side, and on the breath out, releasing it to the other side. And the next time you exhale, rolling your head, and we'll pause there for a few breaths with the ear in line over the shoulder. If you'd like to take your arm on the other side of your body, just to your lower back, and you can bring your other hand up and around. And slowly release your lower arm, release your head, bring your chin down towards your chest. On the inhale, lift your chin up, and exhale again, dropping it down towards your chest. This time we'll roll the shoulder or the ear to the other shoulder. We'll slide the other arm out, then wrap it behind you. Bring the other hand up and around. And gentle breathing here. And slowly release the lower arm, release the upper arm. And this time bringing both arms up, reaching over your head, and exhale, release. I'm going to do this from the side. You can stay as you are. We're going to inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, release. Okay, this time just the right arm lifts up over your head, and let's come into a side bend, reaching to the left side. And then let's lower that arm down towards the left side of your foot. And slowly rise back, reaching through both arms. And then exhale to release. Good. Inhale, lift your left arm straight up. Exhale to come over to the right, reaching and side bending. And go ahead and lower that arm down towards the right foot. And slide back to center, reaching up through both arms. And this time as you exhale, we're going to fold at the hips. And come into a forward bend. Let's start this one with the knees bent. Or maybe just a little sway from side to side. Swaying, flowing your arms. Helping to loosen up through your back. And take it into a little bit of a twist. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Bring your right hand to your low back. Looking to the right. And then release that. And we'll do the opposite. Bring your right hand to the outside of your lower left leg. Left hand behind you, looking to the left. And slowly release. Back down to center. If you'd like, you can hold this pose for a few more breaths. And if it's more comfortable to come halfway up at any point, you can do that on your inhale. And on your exhale, you can sink again. Option is just stay put, cross your arms, and come into the yin pose called the dangling. This is a wonderful pose to stretch the entire backside of your body. And it's wonderful for calming the mind. Again, if your body starts to ache or get tired, feel free to come up halfway on the inhale and exhale to sink again. And then from here, we'll start to walk the hands forward slowly. And as you do that, slide your feet back and come down onto your hands and knees in table pose. I'm going to flow through the cat-cow a few times on the exhale, belly in, spine arching. Inhale to slowly look forward. And just keep it flowing. Feeling that wave-like movement through your whole spine. I'll do that about 2 or 3 more times. This time as you exhale, lift your belly, arch your spine, slide your knees a little bit further back or walk your hands forward, and we're going to come back. We're not going to stay there just yet. We're going to inhale, come forward, knees wide, feet apart. Exhale, come back. A couple more times like that. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. You might slide all the way back into child's pose for a few breaths, breathing into your back. Resting completely here. If you need any support underneath your head, please grab something, a pillow, a cushion, or a block. Immerse yourself in the rhythm of your breath. The sensations in your body. The feeling of this pose. Remind yourself
Stay present with each breath. Gently bring yourself back anytime you start to move away from the present moment. Staying connected. With your next breath in, we'll slowly rise back up again. Coming back up to table. And we're going to move into thread the needles. If you'd like to reach up to your left arm, slide that arm underneath towards the right. Come down. Again, you can always use support if you'd like. You can put something underneath your head. If it's not comfortable to come right down. Holding that twist the next few breaths. You can also slide out through your right arm, straight out in front. There's another position for your arm you can try. You can bring your right hand to your low back. And we'll slowly release the right arm. Bring it into your mat, pressing down to come up. Inhale to look forward and exhale, arching your spine. Inhale, come back to center, reach your right arm straight up. And as you exhale, we'll twist to the other side. Feeling that twist to your back. And slide out to your left arm. You can always try wrapping that left hand behind your back as well. Coming back to the pose, the positioning of your body that feels most comfortable. Bring the left hand back down, press into it to come back to center. Inhaling one more time, looking forward. Exhale to arch your back. Okay. The next pose, you may wish to use some blocks or support. We're going to come into a lunge. So it's just there in case you want to try that. I'm going to slide the right leg forward, and we're coming up into more of an upright positioning in our lunge. If you don't have blocks, you can always just rest your hands on the top thigh here. Okay. Breathing rhythmically, slow and steady.
And trying your best to remain still in this posture. Close your eyes, connect to your body and your breath. Anytime your body needs a little bit of movement, you can always pull your hips back and straighten your front leg, lifting through your toes, and then slowly coming back. If you want to move a little bit deeper as well, if it gets comfortable, you can bring your right hand to the inside of that right leg. Bring your hands a little bit closer. I'm resting them on the blocks. We'll be here for about 3 or 4 more breaths. Next time you exhale, begin to pull your hips back, straightening your front leg. You can use these blocks. You've got them for support. Stretching your leg out, straight out in front. You might walk your arms forward and come into a bit of a forward bend. And from there, we'll begin bending that knee again. We'll slide it back, come back to table. A little bit of movement for your hips, just a bit of rolling or rocking from side to side. And we'll come up again. This time, as you come up, we're going to slide the left foot forward, opposite leg, and ease into the lunge on this side. If you'd like to add a little movement at first, again, you can come back and forth just a few more times. Pausing for a few breaths. Again, if you don't have blocks, you can rest your hands on your thigh. You can pad your back knee. It's another option if your kneecap gets sore. And gently pull the hips back, straight in this front leg. Pull up through the toes, heels centered. And walking your arms forward. Staying in this leg stretch for a few more breaths. And we'll inhale again, come back to the lunge. If you'd like, you can go a little bit deeper, bringing the hands down. Maybe resting them on the blocks, but the left hand to the inside of your left leg. And then we'll come back to center slowly. We'll bring that front leg back, table position, table pose. Walking the arms straight out in front or sliding them forward, sliding the knees back. We're going to come down with the head. If it's more comfortable to put something underneath your head, you can place a pillow or a block underneath the forehead. And this is extended puppy pose or melting heart pose. Helping to open up the upper arms and shoulders and the upper back. Hips staying aligned over your knees. And allowing the front of your chest, your heart to melt down towards your mat. To come out, we'll plant the elbows, the lower arms, slowly lift the head and bring it forward until you rest on your belly, arms forward in the Sphinx pose. If you want a deeper relaxing effect for your head and your neck, you can slide a block or something underneath your head. A slow, steady breath here. Breathing in deeply, breathing out completely. And from here, we'll just let the arms slide forward until your head comes down, resting for a few breaths. You can bend both knees, feet up in the air, roll your ankles. Opposite direction. And start to circle through your lower legs and feet. And opposite direction. And just sway the feet. Windshield wiper them from side to side a few times.
Come back down to center, releasing your legs. Slide hands underneath the shoulders to slowly push up. And we'll come all the way back, wide into your knees. Come back to rest in child's pose for a few breaths. Next breath in, we'll come back to center. We'll bring one leg out to sit. And we're going to use some kind of support if you have. If you have a couple blocks, a pillow, or a bolster, that'd be great for the next pose. We're going to place it in front. And I'll show you the leg position. You also might want to sit on a little something. Cushion or block you could sit on. We're going to come into what's referred to as the deer pose. So I'm bringing my left leg forward and right foot back. And if you can see my leg position for that back leg, the lower leg is in line with the short edge of my mat approximately. And you try to bring our hips down. You do a little bit of movement. So you're lifting your right hip up, your left hand down, and bringing that right hip back. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale to come forward, exhale to roll back. Now, if you'd like, you can either rest on your elbows, or like I mentioned, you can have some kind of support. We're going to just fold forward right in front of that front leg, the left leg. And stay here for a few moments. Now, if this causes any discomfort or pain in your knee, you can always try this one with the legs straight out. That's no problem. Okay, instead of behind. The further out your front foot moves from your body, the deeper the pose here. But again, just do what feels comfortable. And then we're going to walk the hands back. I'm just going to set that to the side for a moment. And as a counter stretch, just bring your hands back behind you. Lean back a little bit over to the left until you feel a stretch in this right leg here. Again, do what's comfortable. Don't force any position. If it feels okay to land on your elbow, works out good. I've got the support of the wall for my head, but just feel into that. Feel what's going on in your body, and feel free to make any adjustments as necessary. Okay, couple more breaths here. Okay, and then we're going to walk our hands over to the left, slowly rise back up. Come back to that cushion, sit up nice and tall. And we're going to twist over to the left side. So it's my left leg in front, bringing the right arm across to the left knee.
Sitting up nice and tall here. Again, you can do all these poses that we're doing. If you need to take your leg out to the side, everything still works from that pose with that modification. Okay, last thing on this side, we're going to slowly just the bolster, if you have one or something to lie on, a pillow, we're going to land on that support over to the left side. Turn your head and just rest here. And then we'll slowly slide the arms, the hands underneath the shoulders, push back up. Release that leg if it's still behind, roll through the ankle. Do a little windshield wiper with the legs, slowly flowing from side to side. And then preparing for the other side. So bring the right leg in front. And if it works for your left knee, we can bring the left foot back. So when I'm sitting facing the long edge of my mat here, we can bring the front foot out a little. And that lower back or the left leg is in line with the short edge of your mat. Okay. Right, sitting up nice and tall. Let's do a little bit of that shifting back and forth with the left hip. So lifting it up, rolling it forward over to the right, coming back to center. Do that a couple more times. And then sinking down and then sinking forward over that front leg. If you don't have any support, just stay aligned with your elbows bent right underneath your shoulders. Breathing slow and deep. One more breath here. Next time you inhale, hands slide back, coming back to center. We're going to just going to remove the pillow from underneath for a moment and lean back a little bit to that right side, maybe coming down onto your elbow. And also stay on your hands here. And then we'll come back up to center. Bring that cushion underneath again. We're going to sit up nice and tall. And we're going to twist to the right side. So bring your right hand behind you, left arm across to the right knee. Just remember, it takes time to come into the pose. You can start off very gradually. Just enter the pose, easing into it. And the longer you hold, the more your body will start to open to it. As long as we move gently. If we overdo it, it doesn't allow for our body to release and allow us to go deeper. Just trying to find that sweet spot in every pose. And then we're going to come down into the twist. So you're just going to ease over to the right side, coming on to a support if you have in this twist. Relax and let go of your upper body. Allow it to settle and sink. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Slowly press back up to sitting. And bring your legs out of this position. Slowly just stretch them out to the sides. Roll through the ankles. Next breath in, slowly reach up. Next breath out, gently come over one side. Next breath in, back to center. Next breath out, other side. Next breath in, back to center. And next breath out, release and come forward. Next breath in, slowly walk your hand in. And we'll come up with the legs. We're going to do just another pose or two before we land on our back, or this will be our last seated pose. And we'll go into the butterfly. So you can have your feet as wide apart, or you're going to have the sole of your feet together, but I mean your feet as wide from your hips as it's comfortable. Again, if it helps to sit on a little something, we're going to ease into a forward bend position. And you might want some support again for your head to land on.
So we're going to come over and just rest. I'm finding maybe the blocks will fit just a little easier here. There we go. So you can play around with your support until you find what works. No support at all is okay too, of course. So I'm just placing a block on my feet. And try the block turn the other way if you're using one. Again, really not forcing your body to do something that doesn't feel right. Just feeling into those areas that are opening, maintaining a rhythmic breath. Just patiently waiting for your body to release. And stay here for a few more breaths. And begin to very slowly come back to center. Walk your hands in. Counter that pose. We'll come back with the hands lift and open through the heart. We'll come down. You may wish to do the reclined version of the butterfly. Maybe you have a bolster too or something you can place underneath your legs. And just resting here. Feel the back release into your mat. Let the head go. You rock the head slightly from side to side. Continue with a few more centering breaths, flowing in and out of your body. As you inhale, you bring relaxation into your body. As you exhale, releasing tension from your body. Inhale relaxation to every cell in your body.
Exhale, stress leaving your body. And if your legs are still in the butterfly, if you want to bring your hands to the outsides of your legs, push them back together. And we'll slowly draw the knees in towards the chest. You can hug around your legs with your arms, rock from side to side. Maybe even come up to happy baby just for a moment. Reaching for your lower legs or your feet. And then slowly release your feet back together. Bring them back down to the earth. Rock your legs gently from side to side. When you're ready, you can slowly roll to your side. We'll return to center, closing our practice with gratitude, love, and kindness for your whole body. Sending love, kindness, and respect to your whole self. Namaste. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a good sleep tonight. And we will see you again soon.